Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive.
Ooh, I like this one.
Yeah, this one's going to be interesting. We're diving into Dogecoin today, specifically looking at the potential for it to reach $3.
$3.
$3. We've got expert opinions and market analysis to dig into, so let's get started.
You know what's really got my attention is that we're talking about a potential 624% increase from Dogecoin's current price.
Yeah, that's a huge jump, and it's got everyone buzzing.
Definitely buzzing.
All right, so let's start with Crypto Schofield. He's saying Dogecoin is on the verge of a major bull run.
A bull run.
What's making him so confident?
Well, his analysis is pointing to a growing connection between Dogecoin and Bitcoin.
Okay, interesting.
He's arguing that as these big institutional investors put more and more money into Bitcoin and drive the price up, they're also becoming more open to other cryptocurrencies, like Dogecoin.
So they're kind of branching out.
Exactly. And that surge in interest could be what fuels the next phase of Dogecoin's rally.
So even though Dogecoin has dipped a bit recently, Schofield is still predicting a rebound, and he's linking it to Bitcoin's performance.
Yeah, he's all in on that connection.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
But what about Dogecoin itself? Are its fundamentals strong enough to support this bullish outlook?
Well, Dogecoin's fundamentals might not be as rock solid as some other cryptocurrencies, but you can't ignore its massive and really enthusiastic community.
It's a force.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
This community has proven it can drive hype and really influence how the price moves, and Schofield definitely factors that in.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy almost.
In a way, yeah.
So we've got market trends and community energy all playing a role here.
You
You mentioned Schofield's not the only one making this prediction. What's the general consensus among other analysts?
The general consensus seems to be that Dogecoin could reach $3 within the next 6 months to a year.
Okay, so we've got a timeline.
We do, but there's a catch. This time frame also lines up with predictions that the current bull market might be ending around the same time.
Oh, that's an interesting twist. So the question is, could Dogecoin potentially defy that overall market trend if the bull market does end, or would it get pulled down with everything else?
Exactly. That's what everyone's debating. Some analysts believe that Dogecoin's momentum and that strong community support could help it survive a market downturn, but others are saying it'll be tough for it to escape the broader trend.
It's hard to say for sure.
Crypto is always unpredictable.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to dismiss predictions of a 624% jump as crazy talk. But then I remember Dogecoin has surprised us before.
Oh, for sure.
Just last year, it went up over 400%.
Yeah, that was wild.
So while it's ambitious, that level of growth isn't totally impossible.
Definitely not impossible. Dogecoin has a history of exceeding expectations, and that just adds another layer to these predictions.
It's like watching a really unpredictable sporting event.
Totally. And speaking of intriguing predictions, we can't forget about those analysts who are forecasting Dogecoin to reach even higher peaks.
Oh, yeah. Some are saying $11. Others are going as high as $20.
It's a wide range.
Yeah. What's the logic behind those numbers?
Well, for example, one TradingView analyst is basing their $11 prediction on Dogecoin's historical performance within the Gauss channel.
The Gauss channel.
Yeah, it's a technical indicator that charts price fluctuations within a statistical band. Basically, this analyst believes Dogecoin is ready for a breakout based on how it's behaved in the past within this channel.
So they're looking at patterns and trends to try and anticipate what's coming next.
That's the idea. They're using the past to try and predict the future.
Makes sense. Are there any other approaches being used?
Oh, yeah. Another analyst, Ali Martinez, focused on Dogecoin's past performance, too, and used that data to come up with a peak prediction of $18 per Dogecoin.
Yeah.
His analysis suggests that Dogecoin kind of follows these cyclical patterns, and based on those patterns, he thinks $18 is a realistic target.
So we've got a lot of different perspectives on the table, with analysts drawing on various methods to make their predictions. But let's take a step back for a moment and consider what a $3 Dogecoin would actually mean in terms of its overall value.
Okay, yeah, that's a great point. If Dogecoin actually hit $3, its market capitalization would explode to approximately $440 billion.
$440 billion.
Yeah.
That's a mind-boggling number. To put it in perspective, that's bigger than Ethereum's current market cap, which is around $439 billion.
It is, and achieving a $440 billion market cap would shoot Dogecoin straight into the ranks of the world's most valuable assets, and companies even surpassing giants like Netflix and Bank of America.
Wow, that's a pretty remarkable thought.
It is, isn't it?
A meme coin potentially becoming one of the most valuable assets in the world.
It would be quite the story.
I mean, it really makes you think, could a meme coin, something that started as a joke, really become one of the most valuable assets in the world?
It would definitely turn the whole financial world upside down. Imagine Dogecoin surpassing companies like Netflix and Bank of America in market cap.
It's crazy to think about.
It would be a huge shift, no doubt.
I think it really shows the power of online communities and how they're changing the financial landscape.
For sure, we've seen how these communities can get behind something and drive the price way up, often going against traditional market logic.
Okay, let's come back down to earth for a minute. Before we get too carried away with these what-ifs, let's ground ourselves in the present. What's the current status of Dogecoin?
Right now, Dogecoin is trading at 0.421220, which is up 2.1% over the last 24 hours. Its total market cap is sitting at over $62 billion.
So it's definitely going up, but it's still a long way from that $3 target.
Yeah, it is. And we can't forget that the cryptocurrency market is incredibly volatile. Prices can change like crazy, and predicting what's going to happen is impossible.
That's a good point, especially for something like Dogecoin, which is even more sensitive to hype and speculation than other cryptocurrencies.
Exactly. While Dogecoin has shown impressive growth in the past, it's important to approach these predictions with a healthy dose of skepticism.
So considering everything, the bullish arguments, the risks, the current data, what does it all mean? Where do we go from here?
Well, I think it's safe to say that Dogecoin could reach $3 or even go higher. But we need to look at both sides of the coin, so to speak. We've explored what's driving Dogecoin's price, Bitcoin's potential influence the confidence of some analysts in a continued bull run, and Dogecoin's amazing past performance.
We've also talked about the power of the Dogecoin community and how that plays a role.
Exactly. But we have to acknowledge the uncertainty of the crypto market and the chance that Dogecoin might not reach these predictions. It's a balancing act, weighing the potential rewards against the risks.
And that's where making informed decisions becomes super important. Before investing in anything, it's essential to do your research, understand what's influencing the market, and know how much risk you're comfortable with.
I couldn't agree more. It's so important to be aware of the risks, especially with something as volatile as Dogecoin.
And remember, everyone, never invest more than you can afford to lose, especially in a market as unpredictable as cryptocurrency.
That's good advice. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement, but it's crucial to approach investing with a clear head and a good understanding of the risks.
We've covered the potential upsides, the potential downsides, and the current reality of Dogecoin's price. But you know what I find most interesting about all this goes beyond the numbers.
I know what you mean. This conversation gets at a much bigger story about how finance is changing.
Exactly. We're seeing meme coins, which were once a joke, gaining real traction and challenging traditional ideas about value and investment. It's like the financial world is having an identity crisis.
That's a great way to put it. On one hand, we have these established institutions and assets that have been around forever. On the other hand, we have these digital disruptors fueled by memes and online communities. They're shaking things up and changing the rules. It's a fascinating dynamic, and it raises some big questions.
Like, what happens if meme coins become major players? How will traditional investors adapt to this new landscape?
Those are important questions. And what about the average person? Will they have more power to participate in financial markets because of these accessible, community-driven assets? Or will they be more vulnerable to scams and volatility?
There's a lot to consider. It seems like we could be seeing a major power shift within the financial system. It's exciting and a little bit scary.
It is. And while we can't answer these questions for sure right now, I think the most important thing is to stay informed, be open-minded, and keep having these conversations. The future of finance is being shaped right now, and it's up to all of us to participate responsibly and thoughtfully.
I love that perspective. So to sum it all up, the $3 Dogecoin prediction is possible, but not guaranteed. The crypto market is a wild ride, and Dogecoin is known for its big swings.
Exactly. And even if Dogecoin doesn't hit $3, its potential for growth and the things influencing its value raise interesting questions about the future of meme coins and their impact on the financial world. It's a story worth following, even if you're not invested in Dogecoin.
Absolutely. And that's what makes this whole deep dive so interesting. It's not just about whether Dogecoin will reach a certain price. It's about what that journey means for the future of finance.
It's about questioning our assumptions and exploring new possibilities. It's about understanding how technology, community, and even humor can disrupt traditional systems and create new ways to create value.
Well said. I think we've covered a lot today, from the technical analysis to the broader implications of Dogecoin's potential rise. So listeners, we're going to leave you with this.
Yeah, think about this.
If Dogecoin, a coin that started as a joke, can reach these huge valuations,
I know, right?
what does that say about the future of money?
It really makes you wonder, are we heading towards a world where memes and online communities have more financial power than these big institutions.
You know, this deep dive into Dogecoin has given us a glimpse into a possible future that's both exciting and a little uncertain.
It definitely has. It's a future where the lines between traditional finance and digital assets are getting blurrier and blurrier.
Yeah, and where new forms of value are emerging, driven by technology communities and even humor.
It's fascinating to watch.
It really is. It's a future that's being shaped right now.
It is, and it's up to all of us to decide what role we want to play in it.
I like that. So do your research, everyone. Stay informed.
Yeah, stay curious.
And keep an open mind as this story unfolds.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of Dogecoin.
Until next time, keep exploring.